Greetings, everyone. This is the Hipster Snek, and today we are trying out Banish, a horror game I found on itch. I don't really remember what the conceit of it is because I downloaded it literally months ago. Let's get into it. Ooh, crunchy. Deep, deep within the woods of Savaria, a dreaded witch dwelleth in the darkness. Does sheeth? A being of purest evil, with a cursed tome of incantations. Inquisitor, thou art called to reckon with this blight. Thou must banish the witch. Now, I can't really promise you results, but I'll give it my best shot. Alright, size up the situation. Okay. I can inexplicably zoom in and focus my flashlight beam. I cannot jump, I cannot crouch. I can run. Okay, you kind of just plonked me in the middle of nowhere. There's just not a lot for me to work with apart from these concrete slabs. I assume the focusing the flashlight beam is how I'm going to indeed banish the witch. Is this a stairway in the middle of the forest? Isn't this something that gets you killed? I'm not sure I want to interact with this. Silent Sylve. Listen for voices. What? Sylve? What? I think it's number 4.
Devorantis.
What? I think they're saying Theo.
Theo.
What? Think Vinctus?
Vinctus.
Can't move. Oh, good. Focus your flashlight. Yes, I understand that, but to what end? The light will banish evil. So do I interact with these? How does this work? The paths will guide you. What? Okay, where? Okay, see, here's the thing about rituals. Don't. Look, the fighting evil with evil is never going to work in your favor. At best, everyone just loses. Now, that being said, if you're in, you shouldn't be in this position to begin with. That should really be the takeaway here. Oh, good, we're doing this again. Huh? What? Okay, I didn't know I could be attacked during this.
Stercus.
I think it said est.
Est.
What? Oh, it's those sigils. Kind of, reminds me of Alan Wake, where you could use the focused light beam to push back the Taken. Like, the thing about rituals is several of them can have unintended consequences. A lot of the times, you're inviting greater problems by doing them. And, like, the thing that's actually really interesting to me as someone who's kind of grew up in the internet culture, internet horror subculture, is you see, like, ritual pastas. They'll come up with playing hide-and-seek by yourself was one, or various different... I have to get my head in a swivel, but it's actually disorienting me because I'm trying to look out for the threat while being cognizant of where I'm going. See? Yeah, I ended up looping around the staircase, which was not my intention. Okay. It said use it to banish evil, and it kind of felt like that might have been the opposite. Like, I think I just kind of made it mad. Yeah, but here's the thing. If I'm an Inquisitor, that would mean I'm a holy man with rank in the church. But why would I be trying to use dark power to banish dark power? No, didn't destroy it all the way. That's a terrible idea. First off, you're going to draw a lot of attention from unwanted sources. What's that? I hear that. I don't like that, but I hear it. The thing that's throwing me off just a bit, and it's probably deliberate on the game dev's part, is the, don't like that one bit. The knots on the trees look like the eyeball sigils. Oh, just laugh it up. I went in a lap again. I keep having to look out for these stupid attack sigils, and it keeps, like, disorienting my direction. Beat it. Well, that's not good. That's not working. I wonder if this is a Faith the Unholy Trinity situation. It only works if I'm really close to it. Yeah, but as saying, rituals are a situation where you really need to leave sleeping dogs lie. You run the risk of drawing attention from things that you don't want attention from. Like that. You also put yourself into a position of spiritual vulnerability. I didn't understand that at all. What? Is that...
Exi.
Oh, I take damage if I guess wrong. I think that was Malefica?
Malefica.
Okay. Again, this seems incredibly ill-advised. She has entered the woods. I thought she was here already. That's what the thing that jumped at me earlier was, wasn't it? Unless it means that the difficulty's ramping up now. Which is not an unreasonable thing to assume. I'm just saying. Wow, okay. The biggest upside I have is everything kind of pivots around the staircase from what I've seen. And we're fenced in, so that's great. I can at least use that to, like, orient myself a little bit. I hope. A map wouldn't, you know, be appreciated. But I haven't had my attention drawn to any such mechanic. Tab? No. Hang on, gotta deal with this. Does seem like it's a little more effective if you're up close, but I mean, I think that's the risk reward, is you gotta be close. Okay. If I reorient myself at the staircase, I'll have a better idea of where I'm going. I got two of them incoming. Hey! The upside is I don't need to worry about finding batteries. Resource management games and I are not friends because the game dev always seems to have a much better idea of how to do it than I do. And as a result, I usually just run out of resources and die. Never claimed to be the smartest gamer around. Beat it. That didn't hurt my health. M, tab. No, I don't have a map. I think it is what it is. Hey! I should probably dispel any immediate threats before I pick another direction. It means like... What's that? Okay. Oh, there's a ritual circle literally right here? Okay, where are you? You want to fight? Let's fight. Didn't get that at all. Terra. Muta? That monster from the legendary Godzilla film. No, it's Muto. Couldn't hear you. Sounds like Sanguis? Huh? Okay. Yeah, it's raining blood. I think that's a bad sign. I'm gonna go with that's not good. Oh, good. Will-o-wisps. Just what I need. See, here's the thing that really sucks about my current situation. It kind of feels like everything is in the witch's favor. If she set up this ritual, if she created or utilizes this book, if, you know, she lives here, you know, that means everything is in her favor. I might be doing what I think is necessary to break this ritual and save mankind, but at the same time, I have to run to the very real possibility that I'm just playing into the trap. See, this is what I'm talking about, is rituals. Not even once, you know? Okay. Okay, what's that? I can repel the fire. When I focus on it, it does seem to push it away, but it doesn't seem to destroy it. So I guess I'll just have to repel that in a completely different fashion. Or rather, a similar, but ultimately different fashion. Okay, if I can find my way back to the staircase one more time... I'm actually doing significantly better than I thought I would, all things considered. The most important thing is just keeping your head on a swivel, from what I can tell. It seems like you can get the evil book to repeat as many times as you need it, which is generous. I appreciate that. There's more than a number of times where I just have no idea what it's saying, and it helps to have the text on screen when you hear it. People are much more visual than they are audio. So, if I can find the staircase, or some kind of landmark... I really am just wandering in circles, aren't I? Okay, pretty much have those on lock. That's not really an issue. Yeah, but as I was saying, your friendly theological warning, don't deal with evil on evil's terms, for starters. What was that? Okay, I'm at the staircase. Now I can figure out what general direction I need to start heading. Okay, looks like the answer is basically this way-ish. There is so much happening now. I actually kind of like how it's ramped up in activity. When you first get here, there's actually not that much happening. Oh, you're trying to sneak up on me! Hey, get out of here. Wow, those things can get really close before the light starts repelling them. That's going to be a problem. I don't know if those are will-o-wisps, but that's what I'm going to call them for sake of argument. Ritual should be around here somewhere. What I'm saying is, like, a lot of these ritual pastas, like the elevator game, they're all risk and no reward. The vast majority of them, like the best case scenario, is just that you survive. Now, you know how else you do that? Not invoking the ritual. You know? And I get it, there's thrill seekers out there, and there's people who, like, would do it just to see if they could do it. Hey, you know what? I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. That's on you. But I will say, why make things worse for yourself? Where is it? I hear that humming, and I think one of those eye things, like the sigil things, is attacking me. Come on, where is it? My kingdom for a map. No. Well, something's happening, but... Get out of here. See, and that's an interesting thing unto itself. It is like... the common depiction of witches. Like, I'm talking like Halloween costume witches. It's not even witches. It was a tradition called an alewife. And they would put on the outfit to let people know that they were selling homemade booze, basically. And, like, for some reason it became associated with witches just because, near as I can tell. It's very easy to get disoriented. I have to applaud the game dev. Oh, please, stop whatever that noise is. Sounds like you're constipated. No, forgive me for being childish about it, but, like, here's the thing about exposure. It dulls the senses. Or it dulls, I should say, it dulls the sensitivity. If you are in a scary situation, but you're in that scary situation a long time, and the status quo isn't actively changing, you get numb. I can't find the staircase, I can't find a path, I'm running into this fence over and over again. I'm assuming the entire play area is fenced in. That would make the most sense from a game design standpoint. Yeah, laugh it up. Like, and that is a thing in horror games, is the length of the experience and the changes in the experience matter. Okay, yeah, I managed to go all the way around and back again. That's as fan-dabby-fabulous. Okay, let's try this again. Can't leave my back completely exposed, but I don't want to spin around like a top. That's what I've been doing this entire time, and it's throwing me off. The ritual should be somewhere in this general area. Get thee behind me, evil one. I see you too. See, at this point, I'm not really even actively avoiding evil. I'm just kind of reveling in combat with it. People want to know how people just, like, become really used to dealing with terrible situations. This is how. You're in the middle of them for so long that you just do. Like, where's this stupid ritual? Come on. Oh no, more scary eyes. Might get jump scared by the same 2 art assets. That's unfair. I shouldn't be mean to the game dev. The game on its whole is actually pretty well designed. The thing that's frustrating me right now is just like, there is this kind of sense of repetition, and there's no real through line. I feel like I should have found this sigil hours ago. Well, not literally hours ago, but you understand what I mean. Like, sure, that was unnerving the first time it happened, but the more you do it, the less efficient that's gonna get. And like, I'm just... Oh, hey, it's you again. Haven't seen you in 30 seconds. I get it. There has to be some threat. There has to be some threat, real or implied, on the gamer's life. Otherwise, there's no challenge, there's no through line mechanically. I understand that conceptually. But in horror, it's different than, like, an action game. If I had a sword, and I was just, like, smacking up random goblins with it, then, yeah, the pacing would naturally be a bit different. But this is a horror game. Everything was kind of under my skin when I started, but now I've been here so long, this is just normal. Sure, they could throw something at me to spice it up, but I don't know what that would be at this point. I applaud the game dev for one thing, though. They didn't go the generic chaser route, which is the thing I really despise in horror. This, like, oh no, you're in spooky forest with no map, and there's a thing that chases you, whose, like, maximum run speed is ever so slightly lower than your max running speed. I stole another Trevor Henderson art asset, and now you are running away from it. And, like, to all indie devs out there, it's okay. It is okay to take out of the pot. It is okay to borrow ideas. But, first off, give credit where it's due, and second, put more back into the pot than you took out originally. That's a Michael Moorcock quote for Wendy Taco Indu to watch this episode. I am so far off the beaten path at this point. I have no idea where anything is. I'm just trying to see if I can find something. Shut up. Where is this stupid ritual? I know the stone obelisks are supposed to show me where I'm supposed to go. I understand that. Here's my frustration. Whoops, my frustration is my flashlight is currently out of battery. Excuse me. I actually appreciate... Whoop, okay. Maybe now. Maybe. Now. Watch, this is going to be one I've already done. I'm so far off the beaten path now. Come on. I appreciate that there seems to be randomness. Like, it's not like I'm constantly warding off the same threats. They're looping somewhat, but, like, there is a difference for when they show up. Like, it's not constant. It's not, like how you could stopwatch Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And you would just know instantly, oh, threat coming, threat gone, threat coming, threat gone. In this one, it is forcing me to look around. I haven't seen you in a while, so yeah. Oh wow, you were so pleased with that one, you decided to do it 3 times in a row. Alright, got that out of your system? Nope. One more encore. Whoop, and another! You know, I was just praising the game for its pacing, and then it went and did that. Oh good, another one! Let's keep this conga line going! Whee! Okay, no, seriously, I need to find this last ritual. I am sufficiently, adequately experienced with the game loop. I found those stone obelisks before, but now I'm off the beaten path again. Oh no, the big spoopy red demon with horns is jumping at me with his mouth open. Okay. The implication seems to be that I should be able to see one stone obelisk from the last. Excuse you? And we are back. Thanks. How am I focusing the flashlight? That is a kind of a genuine question. Is it a tool I'm using? Is it just my sheer force of will? Am I a Green Lantern? Is that why I can bend light? Is it because of my station as a holy man I can just turn my flashlight into ostensibly an evil-destroying lightsaber? If so, rad. Finally. How many times must I have gone around to this, I wonder? I'll probably cut it down in post, but you guys gotta understand, I've been walking around for a while. Sounds like Terra. What? What? Well, obviously it said pasta. What? I think it's saying Paradis? No, of course not. Parrot? Upside is, I'm actually pretty close to the stairs, so this isn't the worst case scenario. So, what happens now? Oh, it's actually calming down. Okay, so either I won, or I screwed everything up, and now I'm gonna die. Let's find out which it is, class. Now it's too quiet. I was so used to the cacophony there in that last leg of the game that, like, this is definitely off. Where do I go now? Oh, wait, there she is. That sucks. Remember what you have learned. Oh, good. What?
Return. Laudator. Maledicta. Consumator.
I think I just made her explode somehow. I spoke at her so hard, she exploded. They say one can hear the dying screams even to this day. Perhaps she's still somewhere, waiting to return to this plane. Thank you for playing Banish. Feel free to give a rating on itch. So, That was interesting. I kind of like the general through line on this one. Uh, the idea of like having to use the dark power against itself is a theme that we see in a lot of these games, so I thought it was kind of an interesting way to incorporate it. You have the general threat on the field as you're moving around, moving from the different circles and learning to kind of listen for the haunting voice in order to execute these rituals. And you're moving place to place in order to facilitate them. That was really cool in principle. I had a big issue towards the end where I got lost looking for the fourth one. And here's a thing that I know a lot of horror devs struggle with, so hear me out. Your game doesn't need to be dark to the point where I can't see what's happening. Limiting player information is one thing, but honestly, I kind of feel like this entire experience would have worked just as well even if I was in a bright, sunny field. And the reason for that being that once you kind of get the feel for what the threat management loop in this game is, it's more of an action game than a horror game. By that I mean, I was proactively dealing with threats as they were approaching. By the end, I wasn't, like, flinching from any of it. I was very much in control of the situation. So basically what I'm saying is, like, I couldn't see the path they wanted me to go down. The path is supposed to be the way I got to the different circles. And I need to get to those circles in order to move the story forward. Nothing was going to happen until that checkpoint. That actually became a bit of a hindrance because I wandered around for 15-20 minutes between circles 3 and 4. Which is funny because I think like circle 4 might have been the closest to the starting area versus all the others. I might have kind of done them in reverse order from like what was expected. But at the same time, like that was a little bit frustrating, and just like not being able to see is not the scariest thing imaginable. And I understand why horror games do it, but you don't need to do it. If anything, it just kind of held things up and kind of belabored the point. But on the whole, I thought this was really good. The fact that I could proactively counter what was happening gave the player agency and a very specific relationship with the threats in the game. And I think that was really cool. Handled pretty well. The idea is really neat. I liked the design. It was very cool. The only thing I will say is if we can't get a map, if we can't get a compass, if we can't get something to speed things along when we can't find that one last bit to complete the game, either put in an anti-frustration feature that gives the player some kind of hinting, or alternatively, consider, I don't know, any number of things that could make that a little less annoying. Because as I was ranting between circles 3 and 4, exposure in horror matters. It matters a lot. And if your player is bored with the experience before they finish it, then something has gone wrong. But on the whole, solid. I would love to see more of this. I would love to see this expanded upon. Because this was just a really neat idea. So I had a lot of fun playing this. Anyway, thank you for watching. The link is in the description down below. This has been the Hipster Snek, and I'll see you guys next time.